What's up, folks? This is Cargo here. Um, I wanted to start doing more like tech stuff on Fridays, on Friday mornings. Um, I don't know, I'm like usually not in the mood to play games on Friday mornings anyway. So, uh, so yeah. So I think that's what I'll try to do from now on, maybe Tech Friday kind of thing. Um, so that could be like reviewing tech or like um or doing something with tech or programming or something. So today, I don't know, I just had this idea on a whim. I was like, oh, let's try recreating Duck Hunt. Um let's try it. Okay. So, first things first. Every time I say first things first, uh I always think of that song by Iggy Azalea, where she's like, "Oh, first things first, I'm gonna do this. Drop this and let the whole world feel it." I don't know. It's just like ingrained in my mind. I don't think it's even a popular song anymore. It probably hasn't been for years, but that shit just lives in my head rent free. Anyways, so what I'm looking at right now. So right now I have a empty. Hold on. I'm moving my camera so that it's not in the way. Cool. And yeah, that should be good. Perfect. Okay. So my camera was in the top left. I moved it over to the top right. That's basically what I did. Okay, so I have an empty folder. I almost said repository. It is not a repository. Not yet, anyways. Um, but yeah, I mean, we'll just start off with a simple main.py. I'm pretty sure I can just put everything I need in one file. Um, I'm not really sure how to actually do this, so we just won't. um, and then I have a cheat sheet open as well, in case I forget anything. I've done something similar to this before, in the sense that I've used Pygame before, which is the library I'll be using in order to actually make the game. So if I need to cheat on anything, then I can do that. Otherwise, I can just Google everything, hopefully. Um, so yeah, so first off, we need to actually import things. That's where I'm gonna cheat a little bit. So let me just copy these import statements over. Perfect. Okay. So we imported OS. OS will allow us to like load things and all that jazz. Random should be pretty useful for like randomizing the placement of like the birds in Duck Hunt. Um, and then Pygame obviously will let us draw the actual objects and stuff. So let's get started here. Okay. So first thing that I want to do is let's just get the background like set, right? So let's create like a class for background. So class um background. I think it needs to extend something. Yes, it needs to extend um a sprite. Does it? Oh, hold on. Is that? Because I'm not gonna be moving the background, I guess. So is there? Do I actually need to create a sprite for it, or is it easier to just draw two rectangles? I think it might be easier to just draw two rectangles. To be honest. Um, yeah. I'll probably just do that. Yeah, so let's define some like variables here real quick. Um so green will be like, so green I'm gonna use for like the grass, I guess. Um so maybe we'll say grass. Oh shoot. That is not what I meant to. Okay, grass. So the color of the grass, it's a grass color too, will be um we're just gonna start at a 0. This is gonna be absolutely heinous, but we're gonna start it at fully green for now. 0 to 55 0, and we'll see where that gets us. It's gonna look like garbage, but that's okay. Um, We can use a color picker later on. And then we'll say sky color. Wait, you know what? I could probably just search up these codes. Hold on. Grass color X 34 8C 31. Okay, so that is, what is that in RGB? What is that in 52? Okay, perfect. This is what I needed. Thank God formatting doesn't copy over to code. Oh wait, that was grass. That was grass. Okay, grass. And then sky will also steal that. Sky. Sky. If I just type sky, will something actually come up? Oh, hey, there you go. Summer sky. That's pretty good. It's actually very good. I think this is exactly what I was looking for. God bless the internet. Okay, so we got grass and we got sky. What we're gonna need to do now is we need to make a okay, well, first of all, we need to do pygame.init so that it runs all the functions and whatever it needs to initialize. And then basically the kind of simple construct here is we create a screen, and then we put everything on the screen, and then we display the screen. Oh, my bad. So in order to like create this screen variable, we're just gonna say pygame dot display dot set mode, and then we can set the window height and width. Right now we'll set it to I don't know, what's a good size? Like so it's width first, then height. So let's do like 2:1. Or hold on, we should probably define these as variables too. Okay, so we'll say window height, or let's do width first. Equals 400. Window height equals 200. You think 400 by 200 is probably good, right? Or should I do like I don't know, because like the consoles before were 4:3, right? Because you played them on the CRT. So let's maybe we should mimic that. So this would, in that case, we would do 400 300. Okay, yeah, let's try that. So then this would be win width, win height. Perfect. Cool. Okay. And so that'll create our screen. And then now all we have to do is just draw these two rectangles. So let's create our rectangles, right? How do we create a rectangle? Hold on. Let's search this. I actually don't remember. Here we go. Pygame.rect. Okay, but how do I create one? I did not see a way to create one. Do I just do pygame.rect and then like? I guess I just create it like this, right? Is that what I did here? I'm so bad at reading, man. It's not good. Maybe I didn't even create any rects. Oh wait, no, I did. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. I see. Okay. So yeah, that is what I did. So let's say, grass is equal to pygame dot rect, and so we need to have a left top width and height. So left and top. So our maybe I think it's probably easier to start with the sky, because the sky is just going to be the whole screen. Actually, in that case, it's probably best. Let's just like let's fill. So, because what we're gonna do here is we're gonna make a while loop. Um, in order to like refresh the screen every single um frame, quote unquote. So let's create a variable called running, and we'll start it as true. Um, so while the game is running, so it hasn't like you haven't closed the window or anything like that. So here we're gonna do we're gonna have our reference to our screen, and we can just fill the entire screen with the color of the sky, and then just draw everything on top of it. So we'll do screen.fill, right? And then here we could just put sky color. And you know what? Let's go ahead and let's just draw this guy right now. Let's just display it. Oh, and you know what? We'll also need a clock in order to determine how many frames to display. So let's set our FPS. We'll just do 30. I think that's reasonable to start, and then we can change it later. Yeah, okay. So FPS 30. We also need to initialize our clock now because we're using a clock. So that we could do right here. Clock equals oh, it's just literally just pygame.time.clock. That's easy. Okay, cool. I don't know why it doesn't like pick up here, but I promise it's a real thing. I promise it exists. But yeah, okay. So then what we're gonna do is here with here inside the while loop. So after we draw our screen, so we're gonna draw our screen using pygame.display.flip, and that will kind of do this drawing. Like it'll kind of put everything on the display that we're looking at. So yeah. So once we do that, then we can run clock.tick. And what this will do, oh, and we need to put FPS in here. What this will do is it'll kind of just like keep our frame rate constant, I guess. So yeah. So theoretically, when I run this, like all this should do is just display a window with a blue box. Like the whole thing should just be blue. Yeah. See. So okay. Cool. Yeah. I mean, this is literally it. I don't know why it says not responding, because like it's not supposed to respond. There's nothing to respond to. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, you can close that. Nice. So we got our first part there. So now what we can do is we can create our grass. So our grass is going to be a rectangle of oh wait, how do I set the color? How do I set color? Or maybe I set the color when I think maybe I set the color. Oh, I set the color when I draw it. I see. Okay, that's fine. So for now, we're just gonna say so grass. So the left. So it's gonna start at 0, right? X is gonna be 0. But for top, we actually need to go down a little bit. So let's say 2/3 of the screen is sky, 1/3 of the screen is grass. Does that seem reasonable? In which case we would do we can use wind height in here actually. So we'll do wind height times 2, right? Because we know that the window height is always gonna, or actually here, let me even define window height in terms of window width. So window width times 4/3. That should do the trick, I think. If not, oops. I probably don't even need the parentheses. I can just do that. Cool. Okay, yeah, and then here we can literally do window height times 2, and that'll, since we know that or not window height times 2, sorry. Window height divided by 3 times 2. So that'll bring it down 2/3 of the way. So hopefully that will do what we want it to. So now we need to put this rectangle on the screen. So that part I need to remember how to do again. So I think that was using a command called blit. Pygame blit. How do you blit a rectangle in Pygame? How do you draw a rectangle here? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, so you just draw draw.rect, and then you use the rectangle as an argument, and okay. So in that case, let's see. In that case, so our screen fill, we should put everything below screen fill, right? Or here, I guess we should put the. I think we would actually want the grass drawn last, right? Because the birds and stuff are gonna come out of the grass. So let's draw the grass. I mean, we'll put all the bird drawing stuff in the middle here. But here we're gonna do pygame.draw.rect. And so we start with the surface, which is our screen. Then we choose a color, which is our grass color. And finally, we choose the actual rectangle itself. We could have just defined it right here, but I guess easier to just define a variable right up here once, instead of having to go look for where we did the grass, I guess. So this should be good. So now if I run this, no, what did I do wrong? Integer argument expected got float. Oh, that's probably because I tried to do this. Let's see. How do I fix this? I guess what I have to do is I have to take this and then cast it to an int. How do I cast in Python? Python cast to int. I don't know how to. Oh, okay, I see. I did know how to. I just forgot. There we go. That should be good. No? Argument must be rect style. Oh, I forgot to include my width and height, bruh. Okay, that was stupid. Okay, and then here. Okay, so yeah, so then width we do the full screen, right? So just window width. For height, we just need to do, so since we already took up 2/3 of the screen with this guide, it's just 1/3 of the screen for, not the sky. So, there we go. Nice! Oh! Wait, why is, the window width was supposed to be, why did this happen? Wait, is display set mode in the opposite? What happened? What happened? You don't need to give the, okay, whatever. Maybe I swapped these? Maybe it's supposed to be like this? Does height come first? I thought it would be width that came first. It's always width times height, right? Or is it height times width? I don't know. Let's see if this fixes it. Okay, well that just isn't right. No, I mean the window size is correct now. Just close. You don't need to record it. Okay, I guess the start point is correct, I think. Well, cause wait, yeah, cause here we saw. Well, okay, hold on. Yeah, it's left, top, width, height. See, width does come first. Am I stupid? Wait. Width comes first. So left I want to be 0. Top I want to be this. And then yeah, and then width and height. I'm confused. Wait, what did I do wrong? Why did this happen? I'm so confused right now. Window height divided by... Is it something wrong with my math, maybe? I can try swapping everything around. But yeah, like, I mean, when I was, like, typing this out, it gave me all the correct, like, type hints that or not type hints, the argument hints that I was expecting. So, yeah, that's confusing. Pygame, surface. That's what it was called. Surface. Okay, see, it is width height. It's width height. Hello? Alright, I guess hold on. I guess I should check display set mode. Pygame display set mode. Set mode. Size 0, 0, which is what we created. Okay, well, which one is the width and which one is the height? Because clearly that's causing some issues here. Okay, yeah, see, they do the width before the height. What is happening? Yeah, they width, height. So why... So when I put this in here... I mean, this should be correct. The way that this is right now. But when I run this... The width is being taken as the width is being put to the height, and the height is being put to the width. So I am not sure. Not sure why that is. Yeah, not sure why that is. What we can do potentially is we can just change this to 300 and then what am I doing? No, hold on. Oh, oh, my math is wrong. Okay, my math up here is wrong. Okay, no wonder. Dude, I should have figured that out a long time ago. Okay, I should do times 3 divided by 4. That's how I get, because then it goes 1200 divided by 4 becomes 300. Okay, yeah. It was just my math was wrong up there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Dude, that should not have taken that long to figure out. Computer scientist at work here. Haven't taken a math course in years. Actually, when was the last time I took a math course? It's probably my sophomore year. If not my sophomore year, then like maybe it was the first semester of my junior year. So it's been at least a year. Cut me some slack, guys. Anyways. What next? Oh, I guess we need to like start doing the actual, bird things. So I made a crosshair class for this other thing I was working on. So I'm literally just gonna copy paste that over because I can't be bothered to actually rewrite it. But I will explain what's going on here. And I guess I have to copy over the colors as well. Okay, so what's happening here is we have this crosshair class, which is extending the sprite class, and so we create a surface of size 25 by 25, and we can then we can create a rectangle, and or wait. Yeah. So the rectangle is kind of like, I guess, the bounding box. And then we can draw on that surface, we can draw additional rectangles to kind of make the crosshair shape. So I can show you guys what that looks like here in just a second. So, okay, so now we can create, so the crosshair should go over everything, right? So I kind of want to just put everything in the order that we're making it, I guess. So crosshair. Excuse me. So crosshair is going to be of type crosshair. Obviously, so we're making an instance of the crosshair class. We only need one. Haven't done any two-player shenanigans yet, but maybe that's coming up. Depends on how long making this takes. Okay. So next, we need to actually draw the crosshair, right? We'll just start by drawing it in the center of the screen, every single iteration of this while loop. But eventually we want to draw it based on where the mouse is on the screen. How are we going to do that? Okay, yeah. So I remember now. So how we can do that is we can include an update method inside this class declaration. So def update. This doesn't take any arguments. Doesn't take any arguments. So what we can do here is we can literally just update the center where we put this rectangle bounding box, this self.rect, which is the bounding box for this crosshair. We could just move it by using the update function. And so we would want to move it based on the mouse position, right? So there's a special function for that. Pygame.mouse, and then we can get position, get pause. So this will return a XY tuple. I don't know why the hinting isn't working, the IntelliSense or whatever. I wish I did. But yeah, so I don't know, maybe it's something I need to download or something. Do I not have like the Python extension installed? No, it is installed. Maybe I need to install some like linter or something. Not sure. Or do I need to like? Is it something I need to turn on? Hold on. Lint. Enable to say lint run linting. Okay, I don't know what that did. So okay. So anyways, we're gonna take this, and we want to set the center of the crosshair to the position. So self.rect dot center, and we're gonna set that to this position. What we can do then is we can say we can just say like, okay, like let's update the location of the crosshair every iteration. Update, right? And we can also we also need to draw the crosshair now, right? So in order to do that, let us, I think we can literally just, I think we just do pygame.draw again. But let me make sure. No, sorry. Wait, how do I do this? I don't think we draw it onto the screen at all because it needs to move separately. Oh no, we do draw it on the screen. So we use that blit command that I was talking about earlier. So we're gonna update it, and then we're gonna use blit to actually put it on the screen. So blit takes in two arguments. It takes in a surface argument, so with the crosshair we defined a surface for it. This pygame.surface. We also have a rectangle for it. So we just got the rectangle from the surface. I'm not exactly sure why Pygame needs like both of those, but we'll give it to him. Why not? So we're really just gonna give him crosshair.surface and crosshair.rect. And if we do that, then now, what happened? Why is it's still doing the thing? Not supposed to do that now. I thought it was only doing that because we didn't have something actually updating on screen. But it looks like, because I need to, outside here, I need to have a pygame.quit if we exit the while loop, I guess. Okay, that didn't do anything. What did I forget? I've definitely forgot something. I did my pygame init up here. It's probably something in this while loop then, right? What did I forget? I'm ticking. I do my display flip. I update my crosshair, I blit. Oh, you know what? Oh, I think it's because I don't have I'm not looking at all the events that are happening. Shoot, okay, I think I should have been able to figure that out earlier. Okay, so every iteration here, like Pygame is looking at new events that have occurred. So like maybe like a key press or mouse movement or something like that. So we just need to like go through all of those, I think. Pygame.event.get. So I guess the only one that we're interested in right now is if the player decides to quit. Um, and here we can just do running equals false, which will exit us out of this while loop, right? Um, I hope that fixes it. Nice. Okay, cool. That's all we have to do. So yeah, so now we can move this around and stuff. There's actually hold on, there's actually a I'm glad that worked. There's actually a function also to not display the mouse when you're hovering over the window. So let's turn that on too, to be honest. So pygame mouse set visible. Aptly named, and we're gonna say false. We do not want to display the mouse. Okay, so now when I hover over the window, my mouse goes away. And so now I can just focus on aiming and shooting. So you see the crosshair now too, right? We can probably thicken it up a little bit if we need to. But yeah, I mean, this is a good start. A good start. Okay, so what do we need to do now? So what we need to do is we need to create, at the very minimum, we need to create the ducks, and then we need to see if we need to like listen for a mouse click and see if our mouse is over over a duck. So for now, I'm just gonna create the ducks. We can make them look better later. But for now, we'll say duck. There's no quite unlike Minecraft. There's no question of whether it's a duck or a chicken because the game is called Duck Hunt. You hunt ducks. It's kind of it's in the name. Okay. So what we're gonna do here? It here. We don't need this. So our super is just gonna be duck. And we're just gonna do whatever the super of duck is. I mean, well, not whatever it is. It'll be sprite. So we run the init method for sprite, and then we do whatever we want. So here we're gonna do self.surf, and here we could just set the size of the duck. I think it would be fair to make the duck the same size as the crosshair. So if our crosshair is 25 by 25, maybe we make the duck 25 by 25 as well. Oh, again, we can change that later if we need to. And obviously we don't need to actually draw on the entire surface. I'm just talking like hitbox, if that makes sense. So 25 and 25. I don't actually remember what the set color key thing does. Let me remember. Set. What does this do? Set the transparent color key when putting the surface onto a destination and pixel. Oh, I see. Okay, so when you say set color key, I guess that's the K in CMYK. I guess. So that would be like, here, I can draw it. I can pose some of this stuff. So the K in CMYK, I guess, would be the key. And so that's basically saying like, okay, like if this pixel is black, so if it's 000, then like don't render it. So it'll just be transparent. That's how we get the crosshair to move across without having like a 25 by 25 block around it of just black. So yeah. Cool. And then for the duck, I'm literally, or well, here, actually, we need to get the rectangle first. Self.serve get rect. And then for the duck right now, I'm literally gonna do like a Um, I'm just gonna do like a square that takes up the whole surface right now. Just so we can get like movement and stuff down without too much like complexity. And then we can change the shape and everything pretty easily after that. Self.surf. We'll make it like brown. What's a good like brown? What's a good brown color? Brown hex. You know what? Sure, this looks pretty good. 96 4B. Okay. So I want to convert this to RGB. So let's do what is that? 16 times 9. 16 times that's gonna be 160. 160 minus 16. So 150, 144. Okay, then 4B. Oh wait, no, sorry, 144 plus 6, so 150. 4B is gonna be 64. 64 plus 10, 11. 64 plus 11 is gonna be 75. And then 0. Let's hope I did that math right. Cool. Alright. So we have our brown. So now we can draw this rectangle in brown. And it's just gonna be a rectangle. Actually, I think we could just use self.rect. Because it's already the right size. Hopefully that works. Maybe that won't. No, well, I don't know what getRect will actually return. Because I guess our values for this rectangle in here have to be relative to our surface. I don't know if self.rect will be, so it might be relative to something else. So I guess it's easier to just do 0, 0, 25, 25. Something like that. Okay. So we have our duck now. Alright. And so now we need to define some duck movement. So we need to be able to determine like when okay, well, first let's just try to move the duck. Just in the first place. Okay. So I'm gonna say this is. Oh wait, no, that's not like that. I'm gonna start commenting my code now. Maybe a little late, but I'm just gonna say crosshair right there, and then oh wait. Oh, here I'll say grass. This is gonna be sky. And then somewhere in the middle here, we need to draw our duck. Duck. I'm gonna say duck generation. Eventually, we'll have more than one, but for now, we're drawing one. Okay. So how do I want to keep track of this? Oh, okay, so I can create a... I see. Okay, I think I can... So I can create a custom event. So you see how we have event type here? Like event type equals quit. We can also do custom user events. So how I can do that and how I did that in this other thing I made is I used okay, so we create an event. We'll call it like well, actually, wait, hold on. Does this make sense? Does it make sense to do this? Yeah. Okay, so what we did the event for is to move the duck, because we don't want to Or wait, do we want to move the ducks every frame? I guess we would, actually. Like, because they're gonna start moving out slow, and then they move quicker and quicker the more levels you go through. So we would, I guess, yeah. So we'll say like start speed, I guess. We'll set it to like 5. I don't know, 5 pixels per frame. Oh wait, that's actually a lot. Let's start it at 1 pixel per frame. So it'll move 30 pixels per second. That's still a lot. Is it? Wait, is it a what? Wait, 30 pixels per frame means that it's gonna move from here to here, because it's 25 pixels wide, so it'll move roughly from here to here in 1 second. That's probably not bad for like a starting level. We can adjust it if we need to. Okay, so start speed of 1. Oh, I can actually make this bigger. Cool. Starting speed of 1. And then somehow we'll need to make it go. So how do I do the movement? Oh, I guess, okay, I'll just need to have an update method here too. Def update. Yeah. Wait. Self. So here what I want to do is I want to set self.rect.center. Okay, for now, let's literally just is plus equals 1 a thing? Is that something I can do? I think so. We'll literally just do plus equals 1. And we can just, yeah. Okay, so then we need to make a duck. Duck. I'll call it duck1 equals duck. And then we can, let's see. So every cycle I want to do duck1 dot update, right? To like move it. But I guess we need to like set like an initial position for it, right? I guess how I would do that, I guess I say like, I don't know, like initial position at, we'll start it at 0, 0 and then like half of the window height. Win height 2. Just for now. I just want to trial the movement before we do anything crazy, because eventually it's gonna need to bounce off the corners, and it's gonna move it at 45-degree angle, right? Also, so let's not get super crazy yet. Okay, so how we can set that is we just say self.rect.center equals, I think we can literally just do that. I think that works. And then if we update every single iteration, oh, and then we need to do the bullet. We need to do bullet. So let's do duck1 bullet of the surface and the rectangle. So if we do both of those, oh no, what did I do? Can only concatenate tuple, not int2 tuple. I see. Okay. So self.rect.center. So, because since it's a tuple, I guess maybe we would do Can we do something like this? I don't know. I don't know if plus equals works this way. Yeah. Okay, that's what I figured. I didn't think it did. Okay. So we'll do old center equals this. Old center 1, right? Because that'll be the oh wait, no, we don't want to change the height. We want to change the we don't want to change the y. We want to change the x. So we're gonna get the first coordinate of that, and we're going to add 1 to it, and then we're gonna say self dot rect dot center equals old center. So if we do that, no, still no. Does not support item assignment, bruh. Oh my god. Okay, so then how do I... Can I convert it to a list or something? Let me just convert it to a list, I guess. If I convert it to a list, then I don't think it'll care. Nice. Okay, that is actually really slow. I wasn't sure how slow 30 pixels a second was gonna be, but this is actually pretty good. But you see, the problem is it's gonna go off screen now. We don't want that. We want to bring it back. So, also I need to thicken up this this crosshair. It's like barely visible. Let's do like 2. Wait, hold on. No, I probably need to do 3. 3, 3, 3, 3, and then I probably need to change something here. Okay, so this is left and top. So if this is 25, then this needs to go back to 11 now. These will... What the? I think that is the fire alarm, so might have to cut this one short. Oh, wait, did it stop? I guess it stopped. Maybe it was like a test or something. I don't know. Okay, I guess we don't have to stop then. That was interesting. I've never heard that go off. I've only been here for a little bit, so like I was kind of taken aback. I was like, what? Huh? But yeah, okay. So this rectangle here is to sorry, I'm just thinking. I think this would need to be 11. This would need to be 11 also. These 15s, I think could stay static. Let's just try this. What does this look like? Okay, yeah, this is what I wanted to look like. I just changed some numbers. I was like, I didn't feel like thinking. But yeah, these are the 4. Oh. Okay, I think this is probably a better crosshair. Alright? It's more... It's going off again. I'm gonna mute for a second. Okay. It stopped. I think they're just testing it. But this could get annoying if it keeps happening. I don't think I got an email about this. Hold on. I don't think I got an email about this happening. Did I? No, I didn't. Interesting. They usually tell us if it's gonna happen. They have the past few times at least. I guess I've never been around to actually verify, but you know. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll just keep going then. Okay, so we need to actually start looking at, like, how are we gonna, like... Okay, so first of all, what we can do is we can start, let's start the duck. We should just be able to just randomly select, the start location from the, like, the available. What am I trying to say? We should just be able to like select the start location randomly based on like our window width and our window height, right? So so what we can do is we can use our random library. I think we can do something like random dot rand in here. Okay, perfect. So it's in the range A and B, including both endpoints. So we would want to do so for the window width, we would want to do we would want to do 0 to window or win width. But we would want to do -1 because we don't want to include 400 because that pixel won't exist. But the other thing we need to do is we also need to, in order to make sure that the duck is actually like, well, okay. So now this is a question of philosophy. Like, do we care if the duck partially goes off screen? Because if we're looking at just the center, and we're placing the duck based on that, there is a possibility that the duck will spawn like cut off partly on the screen. I think that's okay for a prototype. I think that's okay to have it be like that just to start off. To be honest. Okay, yeah. So then we want to do something very similar here for the other side. But this will be win height instead. Right? Perfect. Okay. So now when we start this, so it started at a random location, right? We start again. Starts up here somewhere. So cool, we got that down. For update, this alarm just keeps randomly like it just like blips and then it goes back. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here for update, we also want to I don't. There's 4 directions that the duck can travel, right? It can travel in any of like the diagonal directions. So like kind of like if we think about it like a cross, it can go up and to the left, or well, I guess this is your right. Up and to the right, up and to the left, down and to the right, or down and to the left, like that. So we need a way to randomize that as well. So how we can do that is let's create a couple variables. Let's say I don't know, self.left, and we could just make that a true or false. I do rand like bool or something. No. Python. Bool random.get rand bits. Ah. Okay, apparently you can just do random choice and choose between the two, but we'll just steal this code here. And then we'll do self.up to also be that. Cool. Cool. Well, actually, now that I think about it, how we can make this even more elegant is if we have left and up be either -1 or 1. So let's actually do random.choice. And our choices will be -1 or 1. And I'll show you guys why I'm doing this in just a second. Essentially what I want to do is here when I do the update, I want to say I think this old center thing is kind of redundant because it becomes the new center. So let's just call it center. So when I'm updating this, center 1. So here we're going to add plus equals not 1, but we're gonna plus equals whatever self.left is right now. So if self.left is -1, then we'll go to, well, actually, I guess, okay, so if it's -1, it'll go to the left. If it's 1, it'll go to the right. So I think more aptly named variables would be right and down, now that I think about it. Because the positive direction would be the one you would expect the variable to be named as. So right, and then we'll do the same thing here, but for down, because down is going to be the positive direction. So now if I look at this, so now we have it going down and to the right. There we have down to the left, up and to the right, down and to the left. Okay, there it just spawned off screen, I guess. Okay, here it's, yeah, it's up and to the left. Cool. So we got something going there, right? I'm also now thinking that I probably want to decrease the height of the grass. I feel like it's a little bit too high. So let's actually do, let's do like 5/6. Let's have it be a 1/6. I think this is better. Cool. Okay, so now we need to implement this like bouncing idea somehow. So I can think of a way to do it, but I wonder if there's an easier way to do it than like manually. I wonder if like what I'm trying to think is like maybe Pygame has a way to detect if something has gone off screen. Pygame bounce off walls. Okay, bounds. Okay. Oh, so okay, I guess you do just have to check it manually then. Okay. So if box x minus box radius is less than bounds, okay, so we can just get the rectangle for the screen, right? Or we can, okay, in order to like make sure that the bird doesn't actually go off screen at all, here's the idea. In order to make sure it doesn't go off screen at all, so you see how we have this screen here, so we can create a bounds rectangle. So pygame dot rect, and we're going to make this so left. So in order to make sure that the bird doesn't go off screen, we want to make sure that the center can never cross outside of this bound. So in order to do that, so we want to do, I guess we should have like bird width and height or something like that. Let's put that up here. Bird width 25. Bird height equals 25 as well. So what we can do here is, well, I guess I should also actually use these to define the bird width and height, all right? Otherwise it is a little bit redundant. Some might even say incorrect. Cool. So we do that. So now we can, where did I go? Where did I put this? Where did I, oh, here, bounce. Okay. So we're gonna do bird width divided by 2, right, to start off. And these parameters can actually all be, these can be floats. So we don't need to do any like individual pixel checking or anything like that. So now we'll do bird height divided by 2. And then on the opposite end for the width, we want to do the window. Well, okay, let's think about it. Because we want to have the same margin on the other side, right? which means that we want to, we've already accounted for half of bird width and half of bird height, so we need to account for the other half on the other side. So how we'll do that is we can take window width and subtract a whole bird width in order to get this overall width. So window width. This will allow us to do this bounce checking. Have you heard Twitch has a new category for software and game development? Oh, actually? Interesting. I did not know that. Is it just called software and game development? Software. Oh, and so it does. All right, maybe I should. I'll switch over to that category. Hey, C Films, I appreciate you letting me know about that. I just switched over to that category, so maybe we'll have some more interested folks now. That's cool that they did that. I was always thinking like, oh, it's kind of weird that the programming stuff goes in science and technology. I mean, it is technically, but like, I feel like it should have its own category. But it started in the beginning of September. Okay, that's probably why I didn't know about it. I've only done like 1 or 2 coding streams since then, so you're doing great. That's good. That's awesome. What part of the world are you in? What time is it for you? It is like 11. Well, yeah, 11 o'clock in the morning for me. So I'm chilling. Yeah, I just got here. Basically, I've been streaming for about an hour. So and yeah, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. We're very close to 200, which is something I've been gunning for. But yeah, I don't code in Python very often, so I like to see this as kind of a way to keep my Python skills kind of sharp, or at least my Google skills sharp, right? Yeah, not super. I don't know. I feel like I can't remember. I can't remember like all the constructs and stuff super well, but I can remember like how to actually like take these individual constructs and put them together. And so if I have like some reference material on the internet, like I can just pull up a Stack Overflow post or something, I can be like, oh, okay, that's how I do that. And then I just kind of piece it all together. So I'm Twitch's knowledge and enthusiast on movies and TV. In addition, I do web dev and database. What is your brand? That's pretty cool. I'm from Earth. Nice. Yeah, I was a little scared. I was like, I don't know. Is he from Earth? I'm not sure. Are they from Earth? I'm not sure. But you know, I'm glad we're from the same planet here. That's cool. Yeah, I don't actually watch that many movies or TV shows. Like I don't know. I enjoy watching that kind of stuff. Like I enjoy watching this kind of stuff with other people in the same room or in the same Discord call or something like that. But I would rarely sit down myself and just watch something, if that makes sense. But maybe sometime, maybe at some point, I'll get into that a little bit more. We'll see. But yeah, you do web dev and database. I actually do not like web dev at all. I don't know, just anything like front end is like, it's like, it makes me not feel the right way. But database is kind of cool. I did database stuff during my my internship this summer a little bit. Are you a fan of Microsoft? I actually have interned at Microsoft twice. I'm a college student right now, just for context. So I just finished up my second internship with them in like mid-August. So I got this shirt while I was working for them. Yeah, I'm a big fan of what they're doing. I think like above all else, I mean they make pretty nice products and stuff. But I think above all else, I am a big fan of like their push for accessibility in technology. It's like only Microsoft and Apple that have actually put in a lot of like time into that. Like I think Apple like really has it down on the software side, and I think Microsoft has it down on the software and hardware side. So that's like really cool. But like in terms of like why I worked for them, I I guess I would have to say like the work culture is like um is really nice. Like you're not expected to like, you know, work overtime or anything like that like you are with a lot of other companies. Like everyone is like very nice and understanding. Yeah, apple is a fruit. You're right. Apple is a fruit. My bad. You know, for some reason I was thinking it was a tech company. It's kind of weird. Oh my gosh. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I have been in this like situation where like I have a return offer from Microsoft, and I just like I haven't even looked for anything else because I'm like what, like these past two internships have been perfect. I've had like no reservations about anything, so I don't know. It's a good problem to have, I guess. A lot of people are not as lucky as myself, for sure. Um, but yeah, I just I don't know. I enjoy doing some like personal projects and stuff like this in my free time. I'm also I'm designing a keyboard as well. Actually, I've been designing a whatchamacallit, a keyboard PCB. Um, so that's been kind of new for me too. I don't know. I've had a lot more time this semester because I didn't have to deal with all this career stuff. A bite out of an apple is a logo. Apparently, yeah. I guess I've never thought about that. They have like I don't know why they decided to make the apple with the bite out of it the logo and not just the whole apple. It is very intriguing. I wonder if there's a reason for that. Bite meaning here. Apple logo design logo reveals why it has a bite. Okay. It's there for scale, so that a small apple logo still looks like an apple and not a cherry. Interesting. That actually, I guess that makes sense. You wouldn't be able to tell it's an apple if you like this could look very much like a cherry if you zoomed out a bunch. I could see that. But I think this like this bite thing, like the kind of homonym there. I think it's called a homonym. That's also kind of cool. Um, but anyways, back to the problem at hand, balance checking. Um, so we need to do here. We need to do for balance checking. We need to do window width. You do HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, and SQL. Wow, you are like fully like you're in the deep end in web dev. I can't imagine. I have a lot of respect for people like you that are able to do that because I cannot. I cannot do web dev to save my life. It pains me. I have a personal website and it looks like dog shit. It looks like absolute garbage. So I used like one of the W3 schools. I don't know why I said W like that. I used one of the W3 schools like templates and everything. And it still looks so bad. You do relational database? Is that so? Wait, so is a relational database not the same as Wait, actually no, that's a dumb question. Sorry, never mind. I was gonna be like, is a relational database the same as SQL? And I'm like, no, that's not, obviously. Yeah, okay. I haven't taken a database class, but that's something I'd be interested in because it's like, I don't know, it seems like it's like a very widespread usage. And it's honestly surprising that I only got around to actually using databases. Like the first time I'd ever like done any sort of operation on an SQL database was this summer. What coding languages do I do? I would say my strongest languages are probably or strongest language rather is probably C sharp. I've done a lot of programming in C sharp. I think it's just like a better version of Java. Like honestly, it's so much nicer. There's so much more support. I feel like it's developed like constantly. So I need to turn this off. Turn it off. Nice. But other than C sharp, I do a lot of C. in assembly in my classes. I do a lot of low-level programming, to be honest. Not a huge, um, not a huge high-level guy. I don't do a lot of like, yeah, I don't do a lot of high-level programming. Have I heard of Kotlin? I actually, so my so I was on a robotics team back in high school. So like think like 4 or 5 years ago. We actually, so we had the option, I think, between using it was like Java, Kotlin, and I don't know, some National Instruments language. I think it was like LabVIEW or something like that in order to program a robot. And we actually were using Kotlin, just because it's like it's kind of like it is a nice like simpler version of Java. It seemed like I actually was not into programming at the time, which is really weird to think about. That I got so into programming so quickly. But no, Kotlin seems pretty neat. I just haven't gotten around to using it at all because I feel like there are just better alternatives to the Java runtime environment. I don't know. I just yeah I just like have like kind of strayed away from Java as a whole. My strongest programming languages are HTML and PHP. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I feel like I kind of know my way around HTML, but like PHP I have not touched a single time, so you definitely got a leg up on me there. um, yeah, C films. Do you if you don't mind me asking, do you work in industry or do you do like industry research or like what's kind of your calling? Um, or maybe you're not in industry yet at all. I might have made an assumption there. You work in quality? Okay, nice. It's not exactly the same, but I did some I was doing my first internship ever. Um and also my first job ever, I guess. I did like test automation for a website. So that was like a interesting experience. I'm sure it's not, you know, remotely the same, but it's kind of in the same realm of like web development, I suppose. You work in road construction. Oh, interesting. Wait, so what are some of the applications of like web development in the road construction industry? That's actually really curious. Um, I'm interested. Are you designing websites for companies um or is there some sort of like interface that you can make like two machines? I feel like maybe there's something like that. I feel like every single machine has a touchscreen nowadays, like a touchscreen or some like large like LCD screen. I was in a Tesla for the first time, 2 weeks ago, I think, and I was like, and it's just such a big screen, and it's just in the center of the car. It's kind of insane. You just rocks for roads. Oh, okay, interesting. Gotcha, gotcha. Cool. Good stuff. Analyze data? Okay. I guess that's where the database skills would probably come in. Um, cool. Good stuff. Alright. Let's see. I guess we can talk and code a little bit. Okay, so this was supposed to be window width minus bird width. And then this was supposed to be window height minus bird height. And so what this will allow us to do is, if I do like a paint window here, so we have our screen, which is that big, and sorry, and then our bounds are kind of like this big, right? And what's happening here is that like this area in between is gonna be for up here it's gonna be the bird width or bird height, sorry, bird height divided by 2, and then similarly this is over here is gonna be bird width divided by 2, and it's gonna be the same on both sides. So that's kind of the idea here. But yeah. What degree are you working toward? I'm working towards a bachelor's in computer science. So at the school I go to Georgia Tech. At the school I go to, the bachelor's in computer science has these like they're called threads, but they're basically concentrations. And so I have a concentration in system architecture and devices. So I'm like very like low level, kind of like working with like OS level, like processor design kind of stuff. That's kind of what I enjoy. Also like embedded systems is also really fun for me. And that's why I've been having so much fun with my keyboard design. So I actually just sent off my PCB designs to JLC to fab those. So I should have some PCBs in soon. I don't know when. We'll see. I have a degree in media and communication studies. Interesting. I'm sure that will actually like transfer pretty well to like a job in construction, because like especially like analyzing data and stuff. It's probably a pretty big skill transfer, I can imagine. But yeah, that's neat. Yeah, it's still awesome, like, because you wouldn't expect someone to, with a media and communication studies job, to like go that route, but it's really cool that like people like you are able to do that. Because a lot of with certain majors, I feel like you can really get locked in to like a specific job or a specific set of jobs. Like some like, especially once you get a master's or something like that, it can get really niche. So it's cool that you're able to like move around like that. I think that's especially true for like just anyone with computer science background. So all right, so we have our bounds here. I have another degree in mathematical thinking and visualization. Oh, did you double major? That's sick. That's it's really hard to double major here at Tech. I don't think I know anyone that has actually. But I've heard it's like that people are able to do it at other schools more easily. But that's still cool. I mean, it's still a lot of work, for sure. Especially like media communication studies and mathematical thinking and visualization are probably like completely different directions. It's probably like like entirely different courses and stuff. So, okay, so I'm thinking with these bounds now, because like we can check if something is out of bounds, but we don't know if it hits this side or this side. Like we don't know, you know. That was not a good question mark. There we go. Good enough. At least it's the right shape. So yeah, so what I'm thinking now is like maybe instead of just doing a single red box like this, what if we did hold on, let me like erase this. Good enough. What if we instead did let's do one box that's like this. So this will be like the bounding box for the width, right? And then let's do another bounding box. No, keep it red. You can do another bounding box for the height, like this, something like this. Right? So what we can do now is we can say like, okay, if the bird is gonna go like the center of the bird, right? So let's say we have our bird like this, bam. And we want to fill solid color, also brown. Okay, so I'm gonna move around my bird. So let's say my bird is, okay, wait. Median communications get abbreviated to MCS. Mathematical thinking and visualization gets abbreviated to MTV. That's kind of funny. But yeah, so imagine our bird's coming up like this, and it hits the red border first here. Or well, so in order to hit, right, the center has to hit, so it would actually go all the way until here. And then it would be like, okay, the center's outside of the red bounds now, so let's bounce it. So we need to change. We want to keep going up, but we need to change from going left to going right. So now we start going right. Bam, now we've hit. Okay, I mean, this rectangle is not the right size. So that doesn't help. Like this is a much better size. So now we're like, okay, now we're outside of the green bounds. So now we want to change from up to down. So now we go down, 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 down. Bam. We hit the green again. We say, okay, we need to go from down to up. Down, 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 down. Okay, what happens if we hit the corner? Well, now we're outside of red and green. So we need to change both things. We basically need to completely change direction. We need to like rotate 180 degrees or something. So now we come back down this way. So I think that's the idea, basically. Right there. Do your birds fly? That's the plan. That's the idea. Yeah, so that's why I'm making these bounds. So, what do we call these? Width bounds. And so what this will be, so this should only take into account the the width. So height doesn't matter. So we'll make height 0 here, and then for this height we can literally just make it the window height. Similarly, we can do height bounds. So here, the bird, this will be 0. But then this will be bird height. And then this will be just window width. But here we want to subtract bird height. What programming language is the most clear? Definitely not Python. I think, well, okay, well, actually, okay, I would say if you're a beginner to programming, like if you've never touched code before, or if you're like very early to programming, I think Python is like pretty easy to read because it reads very similarly to pseudocode. I could say the same thing for MATLAB. A lot of people don't consider MATLAB to be a programming language. A lot of people just think it's a fancy calculator. I think MATLAB blurs the line a little bit, for sure. But I would say like those two for sure, like for a beginner, are probably the easiest to read. For me personally, I think I think C# is probably the easiest to read, because the nice thing with C# is that there's just so much documentation for everything. Like Microsoft has done an amazing job with like their documentation thing. It's like compared to Java docs, C#'s documentation is just blows it out of the water. It just looks so much better. It is so much better. But not only the documentation, I think the language. Like when you read something, in C#, it can read similarly to Python sometimes. Like it can have that like ease of reading sometimes. Depending on like, so like there's something called LINQ. I'm not sure if you're familiar. Language integrated query. So what you can do here is you can have like just some random array, like say of scores, right? And then you can use LINQ in order to test conditions against all of the members of that array. The most clear programming language is C# because it helps you C#. Perhaps. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't know if that was the intent. That's a pretty good joke though. I'll probably use that later. um, but here's the thing, right? Like you can do something like you can get a you can like do like a kind of a the same thing that you would do in Python where you're like, oh, from score in scores or for scores and for score and score. So this will go through every single score. And then you use where in order to like, and this is like very similar to an SQL query, honestly. And you can actually use link queries for SQL queries also. Um, there's some other way to do that. I've never done it before, but it exists. But you can say like, okay, if the score is greater than 80, then select that score. Um, yeah, so it's like really easy to use. But anyway, I digress. So we got our width and our height balanced now. Um, how do I draw like a border for a rectangle? Is that a thing I can do? I game rect border. Drawing a border of a rectangle. Create a function that creates a Pygame surface object with per pixel alpha and draw the rectangle and the border on the surface. What? They've been testing this alarm like all morning. I don't know what's up. I'm gonna try muting until let me take an ad break real quick. All right, we're back. I like hearing people's answer to this question. Yeah, that's kind of funny. That's a pretty it's a pretty funny joke. But yeah, the alarm has stopped now. I also got some water, so I won't be parched or something, I guess. Now. I guess. But I wanted to look at how to draw this like a border. Pygame creating a border. Border around the edge of the screen. Add 20 pixels to each width and height and draw a series of squares all around. Wait, there's no actual way to draw a border? Okay, never mind then. What I wanted to do was like draw the what I'm literally gonna do is I'm just gonna fill these rectangles. I'm just gonna draw these rectangles and filled. H2O, yes sir! Dihydrogen monoxide kills thousands of people every year. I like that joke too. But here, I'm gonna draw the border really quick. Or the borders. or not the borders, the bounds. Sorry. I want to draw these, just to make sure that, I'm like looking at the right, I have the right balance and everything, you know? So let's make this, width bounds, make this height bounds. Unity game engine is C#? Oh, really? Maybe, I don't know. I have thought about doing game design stuff, but it looks like it will take a very long time. I don't think I'm a very creative person. I'd like to work on that. I don't know if that's something that I can work on. Unreal Game Engine is C++. I've done a little bit of C++. Just you know, by extension of having worked on C, I've also done a little bit of C++. I like the simplicity of C. I'm gonna be honest. C++ is kind of cool that like it like introduces all these like cool libraries and stuff like vectors and all of that. But I don't think anything can beat the simplicity that C brings to the table. At least not yet. But okay, I want to draw the green on. This is so annoying. It just keeps going off. Oh, it stopped. It stopped. I don't know if they're I don't even think they're testing it anymore. I think it's just like randomly going off. I think something's wrong. Oh my gosh. Oh well, hopefully. It's just sporadically going on and off. I don't know what's happening. Jesus. I feel like I'm like in like a prison or something, and they're like, "All right, everybody, get out to the like yard. It's time to do physical exercise for the day." Dude, when I go out to the yard in prison, it's literally just recess. It's just recess for convicted adults. That's all it is. What programming language is one better than C? C++. I got that one. I understand that one. That's probably where the name comes from, honestly. C++. Man, this alarm is so annoying, man. This has never happened. The alarm literally chose today, the one day that I stream in the morning, to go off. This. God. Okay. This is rough. Oh my god. That's wonderful. Do you say Atlanta or Atlanta? Atlanta? Well, okay. I think if you don't pronounce the second T, then you wouldn't pronounce the first one either. If that makes sense. So like if I can say Atlanta, or I can say Atlanta. Oh yeah, Atlanta. Atlanta is definitely how I would say it. If I was just like breezing over, if I was just like reading a sentence and I was like not really caring about like pronouncing things very well, I'd be like, oh yeah, I live in Atlanta. Like I wouldn't pronounce the T's, I don't think. I don't know. But okay, here, let's check our let's get a couple more colors. Like, all right, I'm gonna program silently until the alarm stops ringing. And it stopped ringing as soon as I muted. That's beautiful. I'm gonna do blue and green because we have not chosen those yet. The blue is gonna be 0, 0 to 55. Green is gonna be 0 to 55, 0. So we'll do one rectangle in green and one in blue. And one in blue. Cool. Okay, so now if I run this, so I can see my bounding rectangles here. Oh wait, I need to disable my grass. Hold on. Let me disable my grass so that I can see the bottom. Okay, cool. So this is what I wanted, right? Blue and green are both colors. That is true. That is true. So here I can see like, so there's this small like patch up here. So if the duck comes out past this green bound right here, then I want it to turn around. If it comes past the blue bound, I want it to turn around. That kind of thing. So it's gonna be kind of like the DVD bounce, if that makes sense. So I think we got this. So I can take this up now. We can put our grass back. Okay, so in our update method for the duck, I think we can put all of this like width and height bound stuff in that update method. I think. So let's say, or not this update. Sorry, that's the one for the crosshair. Down here, this update. So what we want to check. Are you making Pong? No, I'm making Duck Hunt. I'm trying to remake Duck Hunt. So I want the ducks to like bounce off the walls basically, so that they don't go off screen, you know. So what we'll do, is we'll say, okay, so we'll have two if statements. So we'll have if center 0 is hold on, how do I check this? How do they do it in this one? Bounce dot. Oh, you can say like dot left and dot right. Okay, that's probably what I want to do. And then you can say top and bottom. Okay, perfect. So what I want to do then is I want to say, okay, if center 0 dot or if center 0 is less than so center 0 is going to be our x value, right? You know what I should have done this whole time? I should have literally just said, instead of doing it this way, this is kind of confusing. I should literally just say x and y like that, and then we can use this as x. We can use this as y instead of like addressing it like an array. And here we just have to put it back into tuple notation once we're done. I think this is good. Am I making Duck Hunt? Yeah, I'm making Duck Hunt. So yeah, we just need to like figure out how to bounce these ducks right now, basically. So yeah, so we're gonna do plus equals on self right and self down, and then we can check our bounds. Or actually, maybe it's better to check the bounds before. Let's check the bounds before. So if x is less than width bounds dot left, or x is greater than width bounds dot right. Why did it do that? It's not defined. Oh, it's probably because it's down here. I can just define these earlier, I guess. I'll define them up here. That's fine. Okay, that shouldn't have a problem anymore. Yeah. So what we can do now is we can say, okay, so like so self dot right is gonna equal like whatever the opposite of self dot right is. So if self dot right is 1 right now, we want it to be -1. If it's -1, we want it to be 1. So we're gonna say negative self dot right. And then similar, we want to do the exact same thing with our y. So y is gonna check against. So if y is less than height bounds dot top. So if it goes beyond that on the top, or if it goes beyond that on the bottom, so greater than height bounds on bottom, then we're gonna do this down. We're going to alternate down, and then we can do our additions here, and we can reset our xy. So now that we've done that, Yeah, so you can see now that our duck is bouncing. So it's not gonna bounce on the, so it's coming out of the grass, right? So it's not gonna bounce there. Uh, but now it's moving. Um, nice. Dude, this is actually working really well. Um, so what happens if I speed this up now? What happens if I speed this up to like 3? Wait, did I use? Oh, you know what? I did not actually. I didn't actually do anything with start speed. I think I need to use start speed here. Start speed. So this will need to be start speed and negative start speed. Okay. Now that I've done that, so now it's gonna go and bounce and do all the good stuff. Nice. Cool. That worked out surprisingly well, actually. So I think what we can do is we can increase. So at some point we'll have levels, right? And we can increase the speed that this goes by 1 every single level. So we'll have the start speed start at -1 and 1, and then eventually we can, yeah, at the end of every level we'll increase it by 1. So then it'll become -2, 2, -3, 3, so on. But yeah, pretty good start here. You know, the duck, it doesn't look like a duck quite yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We have all the code in place to where we should literally just be able to like change the size of the rectangle and it'll, like, okay, let's actually try it. Let's actually try it. So if I change bird width to 50, like that should be the only thing I have to change, and it should automatically, yeah. So see, it's automatically gonna like do all the bounds checking and everything for me. Good programming, yummy. So yeah, okay, perfect. So we can change the bird size, you know, however we want later on. But yeah, for now I'm just gonna keep it 25-25. And I do not need this paint window anymore. Okay. We'll keep the start speed at 3 for now. So now what I need to do is I need to implement. So I need to make 2 more ducks that will also start in a random location. So I just need to create 2 more ducks and then draw them basically. That should be pretty easy. Duck 2. Duck 3 also equals duck. Nice. So we'll have 3 ducks. And then we want to update all of them and then blit all of them. So hold on. I guess we should put them probably in an array. So let's make an array of duck objects. Python array, or not array, list of new objects. What is the easiest way to do this? How to create a list of objects in Python class. See, I don't want to do an append for every single one though. I guess I could do like a. I guess the way we could do it is we could do like let's have like a numDucks variable. Or why did I call them birds? I don't remember why I called them birds anymore. They're supposed to be ducks. Duck width and duck height. Why did I call them birds? I just had like a anyways. And then we want to have numDucks here somewhere. That's gonna, we'll have it at 3 right now. We'll have a separate section for the ducks right here. Cool. All right. Oh, I gotta put I'll put the speed with this as well. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we'll make a list. Or not. Sorry, that's not what I meant. We'll make a list of called ducks, right? And then we'll say, okay, so for I in num ducks, so we're gonna say ducks dot append a new duck, right? So now we'll have 3 ducks, which will be duck. We can index them in the array. And then what we can do down here is instead of having to do duck1.update, duck2.update, duck3.update, we can instead just do a for loop for duck in ducks. And then we can take this, and I can just take out the 1. Oops. There we go. Perfect. Now we should have 3. Oh. Int object is not iterable. Wait. Oh, maybe it's like range numducks. Is that what it is? There we go. Okay, so we have 3 ducks now. Nice. Cool. Well, that's what I wanted. Okay, so mouse click doesn't do anything right now. Which is fine. We don't need it to do anything yet. But that is going to be the next thing that we have to implement. Is when we do a mouse click, we don't want the duck to be drawn anymore. Honestly, we don't need it to be updated either anymore. So how I want to do that is inside this duck initialization method. Let's do like self.is alive. We'll set that to true to start out. I can take this out. I don't need that comment anymore. Cool. Actually, I'll just say it's initial position. And then we'll say here, initial direction. We can actually combine these. Initial position and direction. If duck has been... I shouldn't write this here. Is duck alive? Cool. So what we can do with this, so they'll all start as true, right? So inside here we can say, so if duck.is alive, then we want to update everything. Okay, I don't know why that didn't... Ducks list. Oh, so I need to do some sort of type hinting on this list. How do I say it's a list of... Wait, there was a way to do this. Python list type hint. How do I do this? Ah, okay. I do it like this, I think. Oh no, that's a type alias. No, I don't want to type alias. I want to do... Okay, I don't see it in here. Type hinting... Python 3.5, new typing module, yada yada. Okay, so I think you just do something like, where am I? Here. I think you would just do like list, and then you would put duck in here. And so that will make, oh no, that makes it a type alias. Maybe it should be like this? What does that do? Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's what I needed to do. And then now... Okay, that didn't do anything. uh, maybe I need to do like something like this, where I'm like assigning a type. No. Maybe. Oh, is it like ducks equal? Oh, okay. I put it on the other side. Thank you for the help. I appreciate it. I have not done this in a hot minute. Twitch will kill it. How are you doing? How you doing this morning or evening? I don't know what time it is on your side of the world. Okay, there we go. I'm literally just trying to get this type hinting here for duck. So now I can see. Okay, here's my OLive. Good. Keep on going. This is cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah. So we only want to update the duck, and draw it if the duck is still alive. So this framework will allow us to actually. So now we can check collisions between the crosshair and the duck, and if the duck, if we hit the duck, then we want to change this is alive variable to false, essentially. So yeah, so how we can do that is here we want to check for a mouse click in our event loop. How do I do this? Is it elif? I think it's elif. Okay, event. I'm so rusty. I'm so rusty. High game event types. Game event. Where's the list of like event loop? Here we go. Okay, this is what I needed. So I guess. Would we want to shoot on the mouse button down or the mouse button up? Probably the mouse button down, right? I think probably the mouse button down. There's nothing else I need to take account of. Yeah, mouse button down. Very well. So if we have a mouse button down event, then we need to check like, have we clicked the duck? And let me remember how I oh, there's actually a function, an inbuilt function for this. So okay, so we'll say so duck equals pygame.sprite collide any. So we want to see if our crosshair has collided with or wait. Yeah, so we want to see if our sorry, not ducks. So we want to see if our crosshair has collided with anything in the ducks list. I might have to make a different like set for this. Let's see. So there's this idea called a sprite group, and I don't remember how to use it anymore. Let me see how I used it here. Oh. Okay, I see. I see. Okay. So instead of having a list here, what I should do is I should make ducks. I should make ducks this sprite group. Pygame.sprite.group. And then here, instead of doing ducks.append, I do just add. So I'm gonna add a new duck here, and then what I can do here is now I can say, now I can use ducks here because ducks is a sprite group, and I can check against the group. Because I think Sprite Collide Any will only work with I think it only works with a yada yada yada. Yeah, so it takes a group, and I think group can only be like, of type sprite group, something like that. Cool. So we'll keep this up. That might be useful later. So we want to check. So if this duck, or what? Hold on. What is this method even gonna return? Let me see. What does this method even return? Game sprite. Sprite collide. Simple test if a sprite intersects anything in a group. So if the sprite collides with any single sprite in the group, a single sprite from the group is returned. Okay, that's good. I only want one sprite. On no collision, none is returned. Okay, cool. So in that case, so we literally just need to check. So if duck is not none, right? So if it's not none, then we know it's a duck. And in that case, we want to say, okay, duck dot is alive equals false. And we can probably just do something like that, so that we have our type in. Yeah, cool. Okay. Well, actually, maybe we shouldn't do that because it might be none. But yeah, okay. So then we're gonna set is alive to false. If our crosshair was over a duck, that should be enough to implement this. So, I don't know what that duck is doing. Not sure what's happening there. Okay, but so yeah. So if I click a duck, then they disappear. Cool. That works. We should probably figure out what that one duck was doing. I have a feeling it has something to do with my my bounds here, like what I selected to like to choose the initial position and direction. So we should make sure we're spawning the ducks inside our bounds. So actually, there's a very easy way to do this, and so what I'm gonna do is for my X, I can literally just, so I already have the bounds. I made the whatchamacallit, I made my width and height bounds here as two rectangles, so I can use my properties. I can use my properties from these two bounds in order to just set these, and that should work pretty well. So with bounds dot right, and then we do the same thing here, but we do height bounds dot not left, sorry, top, and height bounds dot bottom. And that should translate so that our ducks only spawn inside the bounds. So we'll see if that does what I want it to. Cool, we got 3 ducks. And we can shoot them. Okay, cool. So, cool. So now we need to implement this like leveling system, right? So while so the game is just gonna kind of go on forever. Like it'll just go on forever, and the ducks will get faster every single iteration. So let's move my start speed back down to 1. And on, I guess on for every new level, we need to reset right and down. let me rename this variable to duck speed, I think. I think that's a more apt name because the start speed is not really. I mean, this variable will change. Oh wait, this is if I do it this way, this is gonna be a constant. I see. So, oh, you know what? In that case, what we need is we need a level variable. So we'll leave that as start speed. And then what we need is we need a level variable. That's what we need. Where do I want to put that? I'll put it up here somewhere. Level, it should be adjustable though. Level, so we're gonna start at level 1. Yeah. So, so how we can determine speed, I guess, is we can just, so every time we increment the level, we want to increment start speed by that much. So what I'll do here is I'll say, this is gonna be start speed plus, or here, I need to put it in parentheses. Start speed plus level. Yeah, same thing for everything here. Cool. So, so every time we go up 1 level, then we'll increase the speed. So I should probably have some sort of like text or something that says what level we're on. Let me figure out where I want to put that. And how I want to put that. I don't remember how to do text. Gosh. Oh, I see. Okay. So it's gonna be like this. We'll put it under here somewhere. I'll probably put it in like the bottom left corner in the grass because you won't be able to see the ducks underneath the grass, so it shouldn't like occlude anything, I think. So we're gonna put it over the grass. Cool. So I just copied this over from my other game. But essentially, so yeah, we'll just use this font for now. We can change it later if we want to. 32 is probably fine. But we'll make this our level text. I think that's probably a good. Oh wait, no, sorry. We should make that our font, score font. Our level font, sorry, so that we can then do level text. We need to, so then we can do screen.render. Was it? No, sorry, level font.render. So we can render something. So level, let's say level, and then we can add in our level variable here. So we can convert it to a string. We can do level. What does this like render high gain font render where's render? Okay, apparently apparently it's not here. This function. Oh, here we go. Here, font.render. Cool. Oh, it takes, wait. Anti-alias. I see. So we can anti-alias if we want to. I guess we can anti-alias. True. And then color, I'm thinking red, honestly. It'll kind of pop on the green, I think, on the color of the grass. But we don't need any background. And then where does, okay, and then we need to I guess we need to get the rectangle so that we can we need to get the rectangle so that we can blit it. That's what we need to do. So level text rect equals level text dot get rect. Cool. That should be enough to do that. We might need to like. I think we might need to like set the position actually of this